Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to do something fun. We're going to try to turn very simple sketches, whether they're drawn by yourself or even by your children, into stunning AI-generated art and images using Midjourney. These images can then be used in your KDP designs, whether that be for a book cover or an interior or even for a children's storybook. So let's get started and make sure you stay until the end so you don't miss anything. Okay, so in our first example that I'm going to show you, I'm going to be using this sketch that I did. Pretty sloppy, literally did it within 5 seconds. And what I was trying to show here is a little girl with shoulder length hair wearing a bunny hat. So what we're going to do is to try to put this into Midjourney and see how Midjourney can transform this image into probably something way better looking than what I had drawn here. So the first step is to actually copy this image, and we're going to hop back over into Midjourney and we're going to paste it in here. Once we've pasted it into Midjourney, what we're going to do is actually open it up and we're going to copy the image address. And the purpose of that is to basically use this image address as the reference image so that when we put in our imagine prompt, it's actually going to leverage this image to create its new image. So I'm going to put in the link that I had just copied, and I'm going to just do a high-level description. So I'm going to put cute little girl wearing a bunny hat, and I am going to just leave it. I'm not going to put an illustration style and see what happens. Alright, so as you can see, it actually generated a realistic photo of a little girl with shoulder length hair wearing a bunny hat. Now I'm going to try to create the same image but with a different illustration style, and I'm going to put the same prompt in, girl wearing a bunny hat, but this time I'm going to put children's story book illustration style, and let's see what happens. As you can see, now it's turned it into more of like a storybook illustration style, which is less realistic than this one, but yet it still shows. This one is a little funky looking, but in this one, you can still see the bunny hat that's on top of the girl with shoulder length hair. So if you don't like what was generated, you can always click the regeneration button and it'll create another set of 4 for you to choose from. So in this case, I think I probably would like this one the most. So if I were to choose one that I wanted to use in my KDP designs, I might actually use 3. So what I would do is upscale it, and it's basically going to create a larger version of that image for me. There we go. Okay, for the next example, I'm actually going to try an animal, and this is really a made-up animal. It's just a bear with unicorn horn and a little fluffy tail on the side. So again, we're going to copy this image. We're going to come into Midjourney, we're going to paste it in, and then we're going to open it up, copy image address, and then we're going to put in our imagine prompt, paste in the address, do a high-level description again. Let's say I want to make this a brown bear, and maybe it should be cute brown bear with a unicorn horn on its head and a fluffy tail on its side. And then this time I'm going to try Pixar illustration style. And let's see. Alright, so they've now generated the first set of images, and as you can see, they did create a bear with a unicorn horn in this case, and this one you can't really see the tail. This one kind of looks more like a party hat. There is a tail. And then these ones, there's a horn, but I'm not sure if this is tail. It seems like he's holding something. So it didn't turn out the way that I really wanted it to. But the thing I want to show you here is you can actually keep transforming these photos. So let's say if I like this one the most out of all of these four, I could actually upscale this one. And then what I can do is actually use this as the new image link. So I'm going to copy this address. And then now try the same thing and see what happens. Unicorn horn on its head and a fluffy tail on its side. Pixar illustration style. And so now it's going to create 4 images using this as the reference image instead of what I had originally drawn. All right. So in this case, I mean, this was my reference image. Unfortunately, Midjourney, I don't think really understands this made-up animal too much. It doesn't even have a tail, nor does it have the unicorn horn. Same with this one, but in this one, we do have the unicorn horn and a little tail here, and it is still a bear. So this, I think, out of the 4 would be what I like the most. Again, you can always regenerate until you get a set of images that has something that you truly like. So what I ended up doing was I actually upscaled this image, and then I used this image's reference link to generate another set of images, and they turned out to be pretty good. So all of them have a little unicorn horn. They're all still a bear. The fluffy tail is still missing, but I'm actually quite happy with these. All right, for my third and last example, I'm gonna try a food item. So for this one, we're gonna do a little cute toast with eyes and mouth and also arms and legs. So again, we're gonna copy this. We're gonna come back into Midjourney. We're gonna paste it in here. And we're gonna open it, take the link, so copy image address. And then again, we're gonna put imagine, and we're gonna paste the link. We're going to do a high-level description. So this is like a kawaii toast with arms and legs. And what I'm going to put as the style this time, let's just try a realistic 3D style. All right, so these are actually pretty cute. This one is a little bit distorted, so definitely I'm not going to pick that one. And again, if you don't like any of these, you can always hit the regenerate button and then see what happens. Let's see, let's take a closer look. Yeah, I quite like this one. So let's say I'm happy with that one. So then what I'm going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 4th image. I'm going to upscale it. U stands for upscale. And what I'm basically doing is creating a larger version of that image that I can use in my designs. I know some of you might be wondering, why do I actually need the reference link and this sketch if I could really just use this to generate the image perhaps? Do I really need this reference image? Now I'm going to show you if I had just put this in without the reference image link, it's going to generate something that would be much further off from this image. So if you had a specific image in mind that you really want your image to look like the sketch, it is much better to be able to put the sketch into Midjourney so that it would leverage that piece of information as well when it generates the final image. Because let's see if I just put this in, imagine, I'm going to paste this without the reference image link, and let's see what it generates. So as you can see, while it did generate a toast with arms and legs, the look and feel of this image is very different from these ones because it is also further off from this. This is just like a stick arm, stick legs with simple eyes and mouth, which is what these ones generated. But then this one, Midjourney just decided to give it whatever facial expression that it chose to because I didn't specify. And the arms and legs are actually very different from what these look like, which is much closer to my original image. Okay, now to wrap up, I'm going to show you an example of how I would leverage this image in one of my KDP designs. So I'm going to first copy the image, so not copy image address, but copy the actual image. I'm going to hop on over to Canva where I'm going to be creating a composition notebook cover. So as you can see, I've already gotten this template all set up. This is the front cover, this is the back cover. I'm going to paste the little toast that I created into my design. As you can see, the background also came with it, and I definitely don't want the background, so I'm going to edit photo and go to background remover within Canva, and I'm going to have the background removed. Perfect. So now I'm going to find a background image for this cover that I have, and I already chose a few, but you can really search for anything. And there you go. We've created a composition book. You can basically upload this onto Amazon if you're happy with it. And that's it for today. If you enjoyed my video, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel for more videos. And I'll see you next time.